Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the situation with Tristan Thompson. So he's currently facing a maternity suit. It's alleged, according to court documents, that he told the expecting mother that he is retiring from the NBA after this season and that she should take the $75K offer that he was willing to give her because he threatened that she wouldn't get anything more than that, seeing how he is retiring. So all of this information hit the blogs Friday, and the woman who is suing him for child support because he made it known that he won't be involved at all. And so she moved forward with a suit. Following this suit, text messages were released and it says, by the way, if you think having this baby is going to make you some money, it's completely wrong. Thompson allegedly wrote, you are aware that I'm retiring from this season. So in terms of support, it will be whatever is required monthly for someone who's unemployed. It's Texas, so it will only be a couple $100s. He also went on to say, so you better off taking the $75K I'm offering because you won't get nothing near that with having a kid with a father who's unemployed. All you will have is a baby with a father who has zero involvement with the child and a few $100s of child support a month.
You guys know what's popping. Men and women, they can differ between, I told you I didn't want no baby, you should have wore a condom, the condom broke, you know it was an accident. All of that remains to be seen. Once it's decided that the baby is coming, any man is supposed to take that responsibility. Period. There's no such thing as he said in here, zero involvement with the child. That's a little you. That's a mini you. That's an extension of you. That's something that you made. I don't care what go on with the woman. Fellas, when we make these babies and they enter into this world, there should be nothing that a woman can do to make you not handle your responsibility as a father. Bottom line.
Before we dive into the recent events pertaining to Tristan, I want to take it back to 2018, where his father spoke out against him on social media after an IG user left a comment. Now, before I give you details on what his father had to say, I want to also add that it seems like his parents are still legally married. It still states here as of 2021 that they are still together. Because we conduct real research on this page, I couldn't help but notice that back in 2018, Tristan's father, Trevor, called him out on Instagram after reading a comment on IG that reads, talk some sense into Tristan, please. Prince Oliver, which if you do not know, that is Tristan Thompson's firstborn son, will one day question his father. Then Trevor, Tristan's father, sent a strongly worded response to the user by saying, Tristan acts like he does not have a father. What goes around comes right back around. Watch and see. He wants to be a man, LOL. Tristan only listens to himself and mother. What a joke. They don't know any better. LOL. Sad, sad, sad. Shame on them. Time will tell. Watch and see. He then went on to praise his own father and accused Tristan of not respecting his last name. There's nothing like having a father in your life for guidance. I give thanks each and every day for my dad who knows what time of day it is. Tristan does not respect his last name, Thompson, because he is 85 million stupid. Chloe has a boy and a baby to raise, LOL. So it's clear that Tristan has a very rocky relationship with his father, and it's very clear that his parents have a very strange relationship. What I also found interesting about Tristan's parents is that his mom doesn't have anything negative to say about his dad. And, you know, this is not a classic case of a single mother raising kids alone. This is not the classic case of a single mother being abused and she had to raise 4 children. I'm really unsure of the nature of their relationship or their marriage or where their relationship status stands as of today. There's very limited information. But what I will say is that she did do an interview with heavy.com, and his mom was asked the question, where does Tristan get his drive from? And she responded, I guess he watched his mom and dad. Trevor, his dad, who was a truck driver, and she was also a school bus driver. She said, we worked hard. In life, you have to work hard to receive your blessings. Everybody knows that. I never had it easy as a child. I didn't have to tell Tristan anything to empower him. Tristan saw us always working hard and he wanted to get ahead. Raising 4 children, including one with special needs, is incredibly hard work. And Tristan knows that, especially after watching his mother give up her life to take care of him and his siblings. Also, during this time, Tristan's father openly expressed that he wanted to release a tell-all book and he wanted to talk about his son's secrets and his cheating. And he also admitted that Tristan grew up in a broken home. It's also rumored that his dad fathered 2 kids that he abandoned prior to marrying his mother. Now that we fast forward to today, there hasn't been any update on this tell-all book, but we can all make the assumption that he still doesn't have the best relationship with his father. Now that we have fast forward to today and we're seeing the same behavior that we saw back in 2018, we can only once again make the assumption that he is not on speaking terms with his father. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, well, what's my opinion when it comes to this entire situation? And honestly, I don't know where to start because this whole situation really stems from a man not having control over his own flesh. And we have a lot of men like this within our community. And then when they create a child, they feel like they don't have to have any involvement, as if they weren't there creating that child. And a lot of these men, you have to fight them to wear a condom. So the fact that you have to fight them to wear a condom, the fact that they don't want to take care of their kids, where does that place us as women? It places us in a very weird position. And so many people had something negative to say about Cynthia G's rhetoric about not birthing Black men. Once a child is here, it's the woman's responsibility, because he felt so confident and so assured within himself that he could bluntly say, I want no involvement. And he felt like he could exonerate himself of all responsibilities just like that. And where does that place women? That's the question that I want to ask you guys. Where does that place us? And why are people mad at Cynthia G for saying something like we should stop birthing Black men? Clearly, Black men don't even want their own offspring, their own DNA, because they feel like once it's here, they can just toss it to the side and discard it like it doesn't even exist. So was she really wrong? Because we can't force men to do anything. And once the baby is here, the baby is here. So we could just skip all of that completely, skip the drama, skip child support court, and just stop birthing them completely, because we women have the power to do that. And this is an example of why I wasn't bothered by Cynthia G's comment, because, I mean, you have way too many examples like this. And I think women need to start focusing on what they have control over. You don't have control over changing a man. A ring, a wedding, a man getting on his knees, vowing before his family doesn't mean anything. You birthing his kids doesn't mean anything. Him not being a Pookie and a Ray Ray does not mean anything. Why? Because it's the fact that we had an OG, yes, you saw the video, come on here and say, hey, you need to take care of your kids. The fact that another man has to address another man to tell him to take care of his kids. Clearly, we have a cultural issue. And then to make it worse, we have a black mother who is enabling the BS. Because Tristan Thompson's mom seems like she doesn't care, or she enables his behavior because he's able to provide in ways that her own husband was not. So you have to start getting realistic about your options and your choices. And unfortunately, changing a man isn't one of them. So you need to get serious about what you want to do with your life. And unfortunately, these men keep showing you signs that they don't prioritize family. They don't prioritize legacy. So how many examples do you need in order for you to start focusing on what you have control over as a woman? And your choices are becoming more selective. Your choices are the fact that you have the choice on whether or not you birth a black man. You hold and you gatekeep the black man's image as a black woman. Non-black women don't have that choice, but black women do. I'm not going to tell you what you should do with your body. I'm not going to tell you what you should do with your DNA. But what I will suggest is that black women, we need to start becoming way more selective about who we are giving legacies to, because we have way too many examples like this where men simply don't want to be there, they don't want to be involved, and they don't want to take care of their kids. I also want to add, if women keep continuously listening to the opinions of man when it comes to their body, and you find yourself in a situation like this because you were told to stay away from the Pookies and the Rays, when Tristan Thompson is Canadian, he grew up in a two-parent household, he saw both of his parents work, he saw the importance of family, yet you're found in a situation like this, you can only be mad at yourself, sis. So I feel like women need to start getting real serious about their choices in men who they give a legacy to. Every man that you come across doesn't deserve a legacy. And we need to go back to old times where it used to be a privilege. It used to be a privilege for a man to get a legacy, for a man to get an offspring. But we're too busy out here giving out legacies like it's not a near-death experience. We're out here giving out legacies like a hospital bill isn't $50,000 just to birth a child. We need to start becoming way more selective. And at this point, we can keep blaming men, but we see their actions and we see that it's probably not a good idea to have a child with them. So stop thinking a child is going to change something. Stop thinking money is all that you need in order to raise a child, because it's not. Kids have emotions, kids have feelings, and they have to be taken care of emotionally as well. It's just not finances. The modern woman has watered down giving men legacies, and we need to restore that honor. And we can start restoring that honor by being selective about who we give or who we choose to give a legacy to. If he ain't begging, it ain't happening. If there's no ring, there's no baby. If there's no home, there's no baby. And it's just that simple. We need to restore the honor. We need to restore the privilege. And this is how we'll get our respect back when it comes to birthing a man's legacy. I would love your thoughts and opinions. I'm not surprised regarding this Tristan Thompson situation. He's making Chloe look like a plumb fool, but who's surprised? Because, you know, like I said before in one of my videos, black women are being vindicated because for generations, we've been made out to be crazy. We've been made out to be bitter and angry. And so we just keep seeing these examples that these black men have with non-black women, and we're being vindicated. So I would love your thoughts and opinions. Make sure you comment them down below. And if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real Talk with Yoni, where we keep it real so we can heal, and I will see you guys in my next video.